Reports from the demolition of September 11th range either about 4 weeks, 40 days. It's going to be the fundies blaming the Jews, like they did with Timothy McVeigh. Yeah, there was a demolition team. If you look at the videos, the pictures, it's obviously a demolition. I don't know how religious you are. My religion comes from the round side of the planet where we have things like math and science and literacy. It's not a sin to know better than to believe a Muslim. Anyway, they blame some guy, Silverstein. He wasn't at work that day. Investigate everybody that wasn't at work that day, Washington. It's stupid. It only works on people who have either no idea about anything or people who are in on it. Anybody else is a loose end. We got to prove this thing works, even though it doesn't. So Walmart has been using secret projects against the general public ever since. The Pope recently said as soon as you become aware of a grievous sin, you're obligated to act on it. As soon as I found out, I went to the FBI, the DEA, I went to my former unit, I went to multiple field offices. My due diligence is served. The day after the attack, I jumped on a bus, went back to my unit from New York to Louisiana. There's no way we can afford to pay for this if we would even allow it, Washington. It's too stupid. It doesn't exist in reality anywhere in the observable universe. Is it such a rush, a race to just sign whatever has the most zeros before somebody else can just say the word? We'll kill your whole campaign fund, Washington. No need for your ass to go on the chopping block. Eli Lilly is here to sell this continent to the people who made Africa the way it is. That's why right is wrong and wrong is right. Donald Trump put the New Jersey State Police in the casinos. Everybody else goes to prison. What does he do? He stays. 7 massive corporate bankruptcies. How many major conflicts have we... See, in ancient Greece, when you went bankrupt, you didn't leverage one tribe against the next. Your estate settled the account. This is where the concept of democracy and the republic originate. We already had slavery, but, the Greeks weren't chasing people around the jungle with a butterfly net. What does it all mean? It means, well, in the context that if it's illegal, it's not the law. Follow along so far? Right. There's a religious assertion being made. And if you can't be expected to first do no harm, your religion is not for humans. I've never met an FBI agent identified as such who downright disappointed me on site. It takes all kinds. I've seen workers, I've seen players, I've seen misinformed, highly intelligent, but misinformed nonetheless. And now they're shutting down, they shut down my favorite field office. I'm learning more every day, FBI. We'll prosecute eventually. The world might end first. We're investigating child molesters in the government. Would you have it any other way? No, FBI on mine. If only Louisville, Nashville, Uvalde, if only those children had been as protected as the gay pride parade marching down West Pennsylvania Avenue. Don't you want to move up in your career in life? Is there no procedure for your boss turning out to be in cahoots with child molesters? In the Army, I believe the procedure is put 2 in his skull and blame some fucking retard. They don't do that in the FBI. Just blame the Jews. Just blame the Jews. It's a religion. Shoot yourself in the foot, stab each other in the back, blame a Jew. But it's not the law, is what we're trying to establish here, National Security Administration. Raise your hand if you might never heard of the National Security Administration were it not for September 11th. The National Defense Authorization Act. Obama's a son of a bitch! Right, because you're just faultless. What'd you do with that NDAA? Hire some SEALs to go look into things? Nah. What'd you do? You bought some cameras and gave them to the goddamn Taliban. Stupid people always think smart people look like crazy people. But being a fucking retard is a form of insanity too. You better watch you don't get your ass locked up.